Welcome to the bold analysis. Irungu Kang'ata have issued a statement in the Nation newspaper today that the abductions should not be tolerated in this country. And his message is very clear that the country has a well laid down structure, justice system that can try the suspects. Because what is seen as abductions, the abductions to unknown cells and custody, is something that is just showing, it is just an intimidation tool. But if you take someone through that, you don't even have the impetus to take that person to court seeking justice because you condemn that person unheard. So even to the judges and magistrates, I don't know who is this judge or magistrate that is going to listen to a case where someone is to be taken to court and be charged with incitement or disrespect on the side of the president after he's abducted and taken through torture chambers. The media have run different stories about torture chambers that are some building, some structure within town. And Rigathi Gachagua raised this point. And as someone who had been in government before, who had been really in government, you cannot take that as just street talk. And has been saying that there are people in the President Ruto administration who are coming out clearly to ensure that torture chambers are active and that the people that are working close to the president to do those abductions.
People are tired of lies, and everything is there. It's on video. People can see what was happening. A fellow was arrested last night. The Inspector General of Police ordered that he be released unconditionally because they were behind it, and he's a police officer. But those are desperate acts. They change nothing. They just pick the people more a burden.
Just on that, you have been claiming that he's after your life.
Who else do you think will be after my life? The answer is you all know the answer. I did not add anything more.
On that abduction, you had said that
Yes. I said they need to dismantle that unit. I didn't want to name the building because there are people there doing businesses, and you'll be putting that building and the people in that building into danger. I'm giving the government time to dismantle that unit on the 21st floor of that particular building. I said the officer is called Abel. He is a cousin to somebody very senior in this administration. The cousin now knows that we know him. So I have a feeling, I'm not sure, that the decision by the president to admit that the abductions and he'll stop them are quite informed by what I said, because we are getting nearer to the truth. So, but since the president spoke now, it's almost 64 hours. The people have not been released. We would like these young people to spend the new year with their families. So Mr. President, you said utakomesha, lakini hawa watoto bado hufika nyumbani. Order their release from wherever they are. Waende nyumbani, wakae na wazazi wao, washerekee mwaka mpya. Their parents are in anguish, they are in agony. Kusema utakomesha is not enough. You need to actually do it by having those young people released. And as I said, it doesn't matter how many people you abduct, it doesn't matter how many meetings you disrupt, unless the president deal with the issues that have made the people of Kenya very angry, he's wasting his time. Even if you abduct the whole country, as long as those issues are outstanding, and they have everything to do with poor economic management, theft of public funds, corruption, state capture, and lack of respect for the people of Kenya. Hii kutukana watu wa Kenya, kusema wako na mapepo, calling them stupid, those are the issues that you have to deal with. Even if you abduct young people, it will not solve any problem. It will not.
I have a question. I talked about abduction. And you see, not only many people who are lost confidence in this regime that you had before. And you try to put it here now that no one believes this guy. There is a president saying, tell the parents, I'm going to stop abductions, but take responsibility for your children. Do you believe it's going to stop?
Well, the president is speaking from both sides of the mouth. He needs to just address abductions. That is what is the work of government. How people bring up their children, I think the president leave parents to take care of their children the way they know. We don't want too much government into people's lives. The president even wants to tell parents how to bring up their children. I mean, surely, it's lack of respect for the people of Kenya. Nikosea watu heshima. Unataka kuniambia vile mimi nitalea mtoto wangu? Rais tumekuchagua utengeneze uchumi, sio kutuambia vile tutalea watoto. These children have no problem. They are just pointing out the ills in society. And let me ask the young people, let me take this opportunity when I'm here in Kakamega County to tell our children, the Gen Zs, the millennials, what you are doing is very good on social media. But
in this video, Rigathi Gachagua has mentioned about state operative, some gentleman. He has named a gentleman known as Abel, who is a cousin to a senior government official in Ruto administration behind this. And he was talking this while he was in Kakamega today. So the Kakamega visit by Rigathi Gachagua was a big trap. I will analyze it. He's been in the mountain for all time, but he took time to go to Kakamega, where he made that speech. Now, there's so many other theories that have been advanced, and one of the theories that have been advanced is the government have stood the stand and said, they've taken a strong stand and said, we don't know who is abducting Kenyans. But the president admitted the other day in Homa Bay that the government will stop abductions. And of course he was cornered when Raila Odinga took to the podium during the Genoa tournament and said that even if you feel that the young people of this country are disrespecting you or are against your administration, then going the direction of abduction is not the right thing. So I think one of the things that is happening here is it is only Rigathi Gachagua who is taking Ruto head on that abduction and saying that there is, he's creating a niche. He's creating a narrative that Ruto will not be able to weather off, that those abducting Kenyans are from President Ruto's circle. The president himself has admitted that this one is something they will stop. Even though the families are still at large, they're still looking for the children. Instead of mothers going to visit their children, looking for their children in the mortuaries and riverbanks, I think they would rather go and visit their children in police cells, safe custody. They rather appear in court before judges and magistrates so that they face the trial, they face the charges. And if you feel there's some hate message in the president, then I think, I don't know what's making it so difficult to face the judicial process. And that is what Irungu Kang'ata have also spoken about and have said, if you check the Nation article, have said that abductions should actually not be tolerated. He's spoken about the traditional means. Back then in the days, people used to be picked from when they're going to fetch rivers, to fetch water around down the stream, down the rivers. They used to be picked forceful marriage, and it was violence. So what is seen, what is happening in the street is just violence against humanity. And what is making it so difficult that you can't take them through the judicial process? Irungu Kang'ata have said that the media is making these people heroes. And there is something he said there, that the media is amplifying individuals, the voices of individuals that have been abducted. And these people become heroes. And so you may not even be able to judge them. For example, now, it's a big blunder. Kenyans now know the 6. The images are all over social media. Their stories are all over in the mainstream and the other digital platforms. Their stories are all over. But what is it? What is it that is going on? You cannot now harm them. Remember the two brothers, the two Kitangala brothers. They were in some custody for 32 days. They later came out and said they were in some torture chambers or something. They've been narrating their ordeal. So you cannot go after them. You cannot go after them because, and that is what Ruto Cousin is saying, is the complexity of all this. Now, while it is something you can start, but you cannot get away out of it. So if the government doesn't know, then because it's painting the name of this, it's painting the state in a different manner. It's painting the name of the country Kenya in a different manner. Then they are the ones that needs them to tell the public. And I said it, tell the public who and who is abducting. And if you want to know, there is some sort of panic. You know, let me tell you, what Ragathi is saying must not be necessarily true. It must not be necessarily true that there is someone called Abel, who is the name of that officer in charge of that building and is a cousin to XYZ. It must not be necessarily true. And I heard Martha Karua saying that the fellows that are doing these abductions are profiling them as coming from one specific tribe, I don't know, sub-tribe aligned to the president, aligned to the state. So, some of these things must not be true. But you know what Ragathi is doing? Ragathi is out there. He's telling the public the direction the public should start thinking. And the government has found themselves in a very tight spot because of these 3 reasons. Because now you need to give a proof of not. If Ragathi is saying there is a building in Nairobi, it's a renowned building, tall building in Nairobi, manned by a police officer who is a cousin to XYZ, then what is Ragathi directly saying? He's telling the state, if what I'm saying is not true, then tell us. In fact, what he's saying, tell us. Now, because you've also said, I don't know, there is no way you can come up now and start saying, you know, it has even become difficult for the fellows at the interior docket to explain and deny and say, you know, we are not the ones that are abducting. It has become even difficult for the fellows at the interior to disown whatever is going on. The second issue is this, and it's very complex. You've arrested there are some few people that are now in safe custody. Let me believe so. Let us be optimistic that there's some safe. Shh. Shh. Let us be optimistic that it is some safe custody. But the cartoons are still all over. The cartoons are all over. Some of these things are here. I understand someone was telling me that one of the things the NIS want to do is they want to know how are these people creating this stuff, these cartoons and all these memes and all this. How are people creating all this stuff? You know. So probably those gadgets to be hacked, they want to know that system, and then they will even ban it. Someone said they will even ban Twitter or ban Facebook from Kenya because of whatever is going on. And if the president feels the pressure, then let him quit social media. Someone says, is that also the ultimate goal? Do someone wants to push President Ruto out of the social media? But again, he must not be fed with all this garbage. He must not be fed with all this. Even though someone says the president could be the first president that is managing his own Facebook account that looks into whatever has been posted there. and comments about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. The expose by Rigathi and the statement from Kimani, from Irungu Kangata. It's true that abduction is a traditional way of punishing. It's just a punishment, and you evade the process of justice, the process of guilt, of ensuring, finding out whether this person is guilty or innocent. But the way we are doing it, it's being done as if these guys are guilty. So it's it. Why not being presented in court? And someone says it's difficult to take them in court because there is no tangible evidence. They know that they don't have a watertight case against those who feel upset or that they are being offended. They don't have a case against the young people. It's a rage that to me might not end up as people really want it. Thank you.
Mimi ni Charles Onyango bado. Nawashukuru sana kwa ajili ya kunisaidia. Kupata wenye wanasaidia ni ngumu. So that nimeshukuru Mungu na hata nyinyi mmeshukuru. Asanteni.
Yes guys, so that is the voice of Charles. Now he has to speak kidogo because the doctor has advised that he really needed some rest. Ametoka tu oxygen last the other day. So we are here as I had promised that we were to come to ensure kwamba ameweza kutolewa from today. Now apparently we are not going to take him home as we had earlier planned because the doctor is saying it's a very, very critical condition. As I told you, meningitis with another underlying condition. So what we've also been advised is him be transferred probably to a nearest public hospital. So from here we are looking at either taking him to Mama Lucy or Bagadi so that he could still be taken care of. Now we have one of a distant relative that we were able to come through, Jackie, atatuongelesha tu just telling us about situation in Charles. Yeah.
Yes, habari zenu. Mimi nawashukuru sana kwa kusimama na sisi. Sasa kufika saa hii tunataka kutoa Charles tumpeleke atafute matibabu kwa usingine. Nawashukuru tu sana. Mungu awabariki.
So yeah guys, so thank you very much for coming through. Now this was a very urgent one. I really pushed you guys. We were just from our town project. So but again we had to do it. We thank you for coming through in a big way, and I believe that as some of us were calling and saying we pray for Charles, we really pray for him that healing is going to be his portion. Na Mungu atakana. We can try as human beings, we can try our part, but really we believe that God is the ultimate giver of life and good health. And so thank you very much for your prayers. Yeah, some of you reached out in prayers, call Kevin, let's pray for him. And I'm just happy that now this is going to happen. We've got now distance few family around, just around when we're doing this fundraiser. And now it is advisable anaweza kaa huku. The brother who's at home can make his way back here. Saizi hata wezi tolewa kwa sababu that barabara to Kisumu, there is a lot of snarl up. We can even spend more hours on the road, which is not very advisable. Remember that njia imekuwa na traffic, so we are told if you try, mnaweza kaa naye kwa barabara for long. That is why now we have to change and take him to the nearest hospital here. Thank you.